Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's into the clear. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Seahawks first down.
Penny, a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Second and 10.
On second down, McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Brissett sets to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. McCaffrey on the counter. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 4 down. Check.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Let's go. Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
First down, Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had first-round grades on him.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Now a run with McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down and 4. Brissett, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
Here we go.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. There's Wilson to throw, and he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This one taken from the 7th. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now it's zapped right back in the other direction. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on first down is Keenum. Throwing right, and that's complete. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Completes it to Jennings. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Keenum. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Another try after the first down sack. Keenum. That's caught by Penny. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They turn to Scarlett again. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 6-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terry Godwin there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Keenum on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Again, Keenum. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Keenum. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Keenum throwing once more. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Will Disley, 41 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Cash. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. L.J. Collier able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Keenum and the offense now. Down by 2. 2:15 remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Burnett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Keenum. And this one complete to Burnett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Short throw to Disley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Keenum. And that'll be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Keenum going to come up now 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. It's just a preseason game, but this is for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
Hey, boys. Coming out of yesterday's practice, we all know it wasn't good enough. Today's practice, it's got to be great. Game day's coming fast. Let's go out here.
Ready? 10-2 saw. Leaf River. Leaf River. Let's go. 7 now. Ready, ready. 18 Gator. Get it. Ready. Ready, ready. Set, ready. 10 Lobo. Set, go. Come on, set. 9, puck, go. Here we go, set. 60, hit it. Set, 5. Set hot, 30, set hot. Here we go. Set hot. Down. 60 out, shoot.
Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough.
Let's go
We
now.
have high
18,
aspirations as a
Leaf
team.
River.
If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Ready, break. Now. Here we go, here we go. 5th, get it. Ready, 8, read. Ready, ready. On the set. Set, go.
Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations
go.
as a team.
10-2
If
stop.
we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Ready, ready. 70, Indy. Hit it. Set, ready. 18, Gator. 5. Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Set, hut. Here we go, set. 90 Wolf. Hut, hut. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Shoot. Set up. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Leaf River. Leaf River. Here we go. 30 base. Now. Down. 60 orange. Get it. But let's go now. 60 outlaw. Ready, ready! Hey, rock it, rock it! Here we go! 18 Gator, set, go! Ready, 50, plant! Hut, go! Let's go! 8, read! Hit it! Yo, cheetah, cheetah! Ready, ready! 10, 2, saw! 5! On the ball! Set, ready? 70, Indy! Set, hut! Come on, set! 18, Gator! Hut up!
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, the rain is not going away, Coach. In fact, it's beginning to actually pick up a bit more. But either way, we've got football from Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Cash dancing to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Cash buying time to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Quick throw here to Hilton. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down. Cash. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Locke. He's got Jack Doyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. On 1st down, Locke. Left side, Doyle with it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of this. Short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second and 12, Luck. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the gun. This goes out right to Doyle. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Throwing his line. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Doyle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Bullock's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you to the end zone and get you 6?
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Jamal Sheard on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. McCaffrey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Cash. Got his target, Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And able to... Break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
All right, tell me you saw the same thing I saw. Did you see the looks on the offense's face as they realized the field goal unit was running on field on third down?
I know you saw the look on my face because I looked at it like, did I lose track? Because the score, everything says third down. It was third down.
Well, they ran them out there, so now they lined up for a field goal, and then they fake it. They went the ultimate okey-doke on them. I mean, I couldn't believe that one, but it still didn't work. I mean, it got yardage, but it didn't work for a first down.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Most teams in the league hitting the three-quarter pole in the preseason. The whole league will be in action next Thursday night to wrap it all up. And then we start for real a week after that with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Throwing on second down. Luck throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down throw, Luck. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Cash. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Cash. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
61, matchbox,
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
To throw is Love. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Love. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cash gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. On the draw, it's Scarlett. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Brissett. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now Scarlett. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it with Scarlett. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Scarlett on the carry, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. A carry here for Holyfield, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Well, we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
So the Colts now down by a field goal. And time, a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane.
Patterson's pass complete to number 6. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Randy Bullock lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now it's the Panthers' turn, trailing by 4. 1:07 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opening up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the...
Hey, everybody, it's the coach.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Throwing on second and 8. Wentz. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think what you said, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Cash. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Now someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Go! 90 Wolf!
To throw on second down. Cash. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Completes it to Samuel. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Cash. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason, but here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to get 1 more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check, check. Watch the D4. Watch the D4. Check, check.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Stick back to pass. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stick. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. The first carry for Josh Adams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
57. Mike, 57.
On 2nd down, it's Adams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the 2nd quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. The pass complete here to Aitman, and they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brissett now, and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Brissett got an open man. It's Aitman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Brissett. Throw over the middle, finds Aitman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And Lobo.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
Now.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. It's caught here by Adams. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And it's picked up by the Eagles.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Anthony Harris on the tackle. Now a give here to Scarlett. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On the handoff, it's Scarlett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They run with Holyfield. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. So now second half, week 4 of the preseason, all the starters, they departed after 1 quarter. Some folks may call this garbage time, but don't tell that to the guys that are out there now.
No, I would agree with that totally because there's still jobs to be won or lost during this portion of the game. This final opportunity for them to make a positive impression. Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stop the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end to make sure the ball gets to the first down marker, but also he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward, because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. From the 29, Stiff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Stick, and his throw's going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They will start the drive with Scarlett. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. To throw, Brissett. Got a man, it's Aikman, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Brissett. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. They'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Back to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
70, Indy.
Right deep, right deep. Check 24, check 24.
Set, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Brissett looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brissett. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Stick. Throw left side, complete. That's Duncan. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
We got 4. We got 4. Ready? 60 outlaw. 50
In your face.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stick, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Stick looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stick looking to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Stick back to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal. Stick from the gun. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing. Brissett. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now the set. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to potentially keep this game alive in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.